Hey everybody! Hey y'all, how's it going? Dana with Sullivan Family Homestead here. Thursday live chat, and it's been a great day. So far, so good. We'll just hang out here and see who comes in today. If you guys aren't already subscribed, we hope that you go down and click the subscribe button. And don't forget to click on the little bell so that you get notifications whenever we have a new video come out. We've got new videos coming up really soon, in the next day or so, I would say. Hey there, how's it going? Just give everybody a minute to come in. There we go. Hey Prissy, hey the Four Hearts, how's it going? Can you guys hear me okay? Is it coming through all right? Why is that doing that? All right, here we go. There's a little bit of lag. You know, it's been doing that, and I cannot figure out what it is that's causing it, but hopefully I'll be able to get it fixed soon. I'll be quite honest with y'all, I think that it is our internet that's doing it. Can you guys hear me okay? Hey, how's it going, Melissa? Let's see here. All right. So, as you guys already know, Thursdays are chicken with our heads cut off kind of day. And, we're doing good. Busy, busy as always. Hey, that's good. What kind of stuff did you guys plant today? Prissy, I don't know either, but I would say it has absolutely everything in the world to do with my internet. My internet kind of stinks. Hey, Miss Allison, how it's going? So, y'all know that I kind of have a thing for chickens. And I've had the two girls, my two little spoiled Brahmas. I finally put them out last night in the greenhouse with the other semi-little girls, with the other pullets anyway. And I was really concerned about them because they've not integrated very well. They free range throughout the day altogether, but the little Brahma girls would go off on their own, and the rest of the flock would go off on their own. And so I put them in the greenhouse last night after the other girls had gone to roost, and they got up on the perch with the others like they were supposed to. And then Matt went out this morning to let them out, and he found the Brahmas kind of tucked up behind the raised box that's in our greenhouse. So I don't know if it's because they were getting picked on by the other girls or what, but they're 3 weeks different, 3 weeks younger than the other girls, but they're about the same size because they're Brahmas, and Brahmas are generally bigger. So when you look at them together, they don't look much different in size. But anyway, I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and keep putting them in there every night. And today, I had been chasing them out of the garden. We have a mesh fence all the way around the garden, and they shouldn't have been able to get in, but I'm telling you, those pullets, the little Brahmas, they are super smart too. So they got into the garden a few times, and I ended up having to put them in one of the cages outside. So the idea of integrating them anymore didn't really get to happen too much today. Incidentally, while they were inside the little cage, all of the other pullets were laying on the ground next to them or on top of the cage. So I'm hoping that means that they've decided that maybe they are in fact part of the flock. And we're going to go ahead and put them back out again tonight. Oh, it looked like another chicken was in the garden. Actually, she is. Hannah, will you go out there, please? It's one of the buff girls. So, as I was saying, we have this mesh net, and it's supposed to keep everybody out, but it needs weeded around the edge, and because the grass is growing up underneath there, it's pushing the mesh up, which is obviously allowing a spot for them to come in. So, anyway, hey, how's it going, Miss Lori? Hey, Melissa. So, let's see here. Oh, folks are canning. I know, man. I made some jelly today. I had done some honeysuckle jelly, and there'll be a video on that. I don't know if it'll be tonight, but it'll probably be tomorrow that it comes out. Let's see. Four Hearts has been canning all day. Wonderful Blessed Life planted spaghetti squash, zucchini, more tomatoes, cucumbers, and flowers. What kind of tomatoes are you growing? We've got Cherokee Purple, cherry tomatoes, Globe, Roma, Beefsteak, and Homestead. We want to try some different ones next year, but this gives us a good variety this year to try and see if we like them, and I'm really excited about the Cherokee Purple. Those ones are probably my most anticipated ones. The others we've tried before, not on a side-by-side comparison though, which is what we intend to do as soon as we have tomatoes ready for harvest this year. Let's see. Four Hearts, you're talking all those jams and jellies and yum yums. It's good stuff. I didn't know you sell your stuff, Four Hearts. That's pretty cool. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to try to catch up here and see what you guys are talking about. Suburban, if you're not getting notifications, you probably need to click that little bell next to the subscribe button. It'll bring up another box that gives you the option to receive notifications. When you do that, you'll get a text message or an email or whatever you have it set for. Oh, beefsteak and grape. That's cool. That's very cool. Prissy, I think it's going to be amazing. I actually kind of, like stuck my finger in a little drop that landed on the counter and tasted it, and it tastes really good. So I'm excited. Lori, this evening I went to a meeting at the library that was on milking goats. And I learned a little bit of stuff, so I'm really excited to meet up and talk goats and try it out. We got to try some mozzarella cheese made with their goat's milk. What do they have? Nubians. Yes. I know, I was excited about it. So, Prissy, I had never had honeysuckle jelly before either, but I'm telling you, it smells good. I love the smell of honeysuckles anyway. The jelly smells like a milder version of the same, and it tastes good, but it's really sweet. Now that I did notice. And it calls for 4 cups of sugar. I've never made that recipe before, so I didn't want to tweak it just yet on the first try. Plus, it calls for liquid pectin, and I substituted powdered already, so I wanted to try it out with the standard recipe before I try to tweak it down a little bit with the sugar. So, hey, Let It Snow, how's it going? Lori, do you only have Nubians, or do you have something else too? Seems like you had told me maybe you do only have Nubians. I actually learned quite a bit in that class. They were talking about very little about the different breeds of milk goats, and I don't think that they covered them all. And then they had showed us some of the equipment that they use and talked about, okay, now if you're brand new to this and you're just getting started and not sure what you want to do, or if you're going to like it, then start out with these little supplies here. These are your must-have supplies to milk goats. And then it was, here's a pasteurizer, and this is how it works. And then if you get really serious about milking and you really want to get into it and you want to make life easier for you, you need this and this and this. So that was kind of neat. And then they had brought a goat out and had a milk stand and had showed us how to do the milking. Not to do this like they show on TV, but to wrap your hands like this. And so they showed us how to do that, and then I was the only one brave enough to try it. This is a homestead group. This is supposed to be, you know, everybody interactive, but anyway, I thought it was pretty cool. It was a lot harder than it looked, though. Yeah, I think that regarding the pasteurizing, they were talking about doing it for sale and things like that, maybe. Yeah, I did. I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. But yeah, it really was harder than it looked, just to get the hang of the you know, filling up the teat and then squeezing it down. That was kind of like more coordinating than I'm used to. And then aim is a whole nother ball game. Whole nother ball game, friend. I hit the top of the milking bucket with the lid. I hit the little the milking stand beside. It was all over the place. So, but the lady assured me it was okay. They weren't going to be using that milk anyway. So, but it was all over the place. Yeah, and I couldn't do it by my left hand. The right-handed one was okay, and I could kind of aim with that after the first second or two, but the left hand was crazy and was all over the place. Yeah, I could see how that might make your hands hurt after a bit. They had actually talked about that with regard to the electric milking machine. That it didn't necessarily save time per se because you spent more time cleaning it than you do the other utensils hand milking, but that it saves your hands. So, you know, it was kind of a give one for the other type of thing. That's awesome, Let It Snow. I'm glad you get the notifications. I might. It's something that we've talked about, getting a milking goat, but it's not something that I've gone so far as to look at purchasing one just yet. I'm in the research phases of it, and I'm trying really hard not to let it be like the chickens, because, you know, chickens are really easy, and I'll tell you a little more about that here in a minute. But I already have 2 goats, but they're Angora goats, so they're a fiber animal. I shear them just like sheep, and then process their fleece and spin it into yarn. So they're useful on that aspect. Um, but I really have thought about getting a milking goat. I'm actually meeting with Lori from Whimsical Wonder Farm this weekend. We're getting together, and I'll be trying some goat's milk for the first time. I've actually never had goat's milk raw before, and so that's one of the things, is that I want to see if I even like it, if the family even likes it, and then we may, you know, see how we like it from there. The aspect of milking, I understand that it's practice, and that it's something that we'll get used to. So I'm okay with that for, you know, a goat or maybe 2 goats. I'm hoping and assuming that I could put this dairy goat in with my fiber goats, so the idea of them being a herding animal and not being by themselves will be okay with the other 2 goats. So I'm hoping that that means I won't have to get 2 or 3 or 4 of those kind of goats. But I would like to have 1, maybe 2 tops, if we really like it. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But of course, I'll keep y'all posted too, so you guys will know as soon as I do. I'm sure of it. So, hey, hey, hey. Shush. Dogs are making a lot of noise today, y'all. So, speaking of chickens and how easy it is. Hey, how's it going? Cherish is in the house. Listen, dude, I got more chickens. Okay, I just gotta tell y'all, I got more chickens. Hi, baby.
There were 3 of them.
There were 3 in there?
2 box, 1 section.
Okay, well, it's almost time for them to get put away, so we can get that taken care of. But so basically, here's how it goes. A friend of mine contacted me and said that her husband would like her to thin out the flock a lot. And she had been breeding various different varieties of chickens, and she's supposed to choose which one she wants to keep and get rid of the others. And so she made me an offer I couldn't refuse, and so I ended up coming home with about 16 chickens. But the good news is that they're fabulous varieties of chicken. 2 of them are going to be going away probably tomorrow. I mean, they're not staying long. They're game chickens, and a friend of mine is going to take them. And then there are some lavender Orpingtons in there. There are a couple of French Copper Morans, a couple of true black true black Americanas, and I'm really excited about them because blue eggs. And then there's a Polish rooster in there, and as long as he is behaving himself, and so far he seems to be a little sweetheart, he'll probably stay. I had originally thought that I would sell him or give him away right off the bat, but I'll probably hang on to him. She actually has a couple of hens that go along with him, but they got loose from her, so you know, she had to go ahead and get on to work and meet up with me. So she's going to catch them this evening when she puts them to roost, and then bring them in tomorrow. So we'll end up with probably three Polish chickens. So anyway, we're starting to kind of overflow with chickens, but they're a lot of fun. I love them. And it's almost time for our pullets to start laying, so that's even more exciting. Hey, Jonathan, how's it going? I'm glad you got to see me. Yes, I'm telling you, Easter eggers, Americanas, the Morans with their dark brown eggs, and then of course, you know, we've got the Orpingtons and the Barred Rocks and all them to lay some brown eggs, the light brown eggs. So, you know, uh, they can be. I don't think you're making olive eggers. That's a really good question, Hope, but I'm going to say no because they're the same age as the Americanas and they're the same size already. So they're certainly not small. I just don't think that they're as big as like Orpingtons or anything like that. So I love you too, girl. See you later. That's all right, Jonathan. What you fixing for dinner? Let's see. Did I miss somebody coming in? If I did, guys, I'm sorry. I'm trying to catch everybody. No, I think we got everybody. Okay, good. Good, good, good. So, Wonderful Blessed Farm, do you guys milk your cows by hand? Because I saw 200, right? You guys have a whole dairy place, don't you? You have a farm and probably this big old elaborate electric system, don't you? Let it snow. It could be you, but it could also be me. I make no guarantees that it's not me, actually, because my internet is kind of crummy too. So, anywho's, we're going to have to weed around the fence line of the garden because that mesh fence works really, really good. It truly does. It keeps the chickens out generally. Um, it keeps the rabbits out, which was the whole huge purpose of putting it up because we have rabbits everywhere. Um, and we don't have deer around here close by. We don't generally have other things that we have to worry about for the garden. So that mesh fence was perfect, and I still say it's perfect. But when the weeds start growing up underneath it, it pushes the fence up, so then there's this place for them to get under. So we got to get out there and raise the fence up and weed under it. And Matthew wants to spray chemical along the fence line to just totally kill the grass off, but I'm still holding on to this whole organic idea, and I don't want non-organic chemicals killing the grass around the border and then leaving it, you know, it just seems like that's not right. So, you know. Um let's see here. Uh-oh. I'm trying to check something out here right quick, guys. Hold on, bear with me if you wouldn't mind. Huh. Oh, what am I getting into? Oh, there we go. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. Well, let's see here. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, it is a milking parlor of double 16, so 32 machines. But we have quarters when they have milk fever. Oh, wow. Now that's your husband's family's farm, or are you guys doing that all on your own now? That's an awful lot. Ah, that's so nice of you, Jonathan. At least you're helping out. Yeah, we do need to be seeing the missus, don't we? I saw a picture. I saw a picture on Facebook with you without a ball cap. That was interesting. I've never seen you without a hat on before. So, this is the weekend coming up. Tomorrow, let's see, tomorrow I am helping, I guess I'm really just going to be support for a flower show. And then after that is the weekend and my birthday weekend. So we're going to Chattanooga to meet up with Lori from Whimsical Wonder Farm. And I'm sure that we'll probably do a video or something while we're there so that we can say, hey, we saw each other. And then I'm not sure what we're doing after that, but I'm sure that it's going to be a good time. So anyway, I'm not really looking forward to getting older, but you can't exactly stop that, right? So, anyways, I'll tell you that it's getting hotter than Hades out here, and that I'm glad that the sun is out longer and that we have more daytime to get work done. But it seems like the more hours there are in the day, the more work there is to do. Hey, who are you calling an old fart? Listen here, lady. Okay. Let's see. Hold on just a second, guys. Alright. There we go. Alright, Jonathan, I believe we've got a troll there that should be removed. Would you mind helping take care of that, please? There we go. Alright. Uh-oh, there we are. Did I go away? Uh-oh, there we are. There we go. Aw, thank you, Let It Snow. Oh, you need a shape magnet? Okay, I'll take care of that for you. Message me your address and I'll get a hold of one and send it to you. In fact, we'll be right there at the Georgia state line too, so I could get you one from Georgia. Let's see here. All right. So, let's see here. What's gone? Yeah, thanks guys, because, I don't know how to get that out of here, and, I don't know if it's because of the, live stream thing that I'm using or what, but I can't click on a name and add a moderator, so I'm trying to figure out how to add some people that can help take care of that. I can't even figure out how to get rid of that thing. So I'm really sorry about that, you guys. I will definitely get that squared away before the next one. Woo! On a positive note, that was the first troll I've had in live stream before. I don't see 3 dots. That's the thing. Oh! Okay, well, it helps if I move the cursor over. Dirt. There we go. All right, let's see if that works. Got it. Okay, let's see. There we go. Thank you. My shirt says Dollywood. Let's see here. Hold on. Let me go back and see. Okie dokie. Perfect. There we go. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Jonathan. You're awesome. All right, now that I know that if I move the cursor over, I can see all those things. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the shirt, Dollywood. We live not too far away from there, so whoo, hello hair. Hey all sorts, how's it going? Quit. I have a child sitting over here who won't be in video because she refuses, but she's over here, hi, waving at me and trying to make me forget what I'm talking about. Hey. This was your first deleting blog as an admin. You rock! Lori, you know I've got to make you a moderator here so you can help take care of the trash for me. Oh, goodness. Okay. Back on track now that I got it figured out. Thank you, Jonathan, so much for helping me with that. I appreciate it. All right. Yes, absolutely let us know. Listen, hello. Excuse me, that's mildly inappropriate. You guys see the fur babies? They're usually out in the other room because they like to make a lot of noise. So yeah, anyway, I'm really sorry about that. Matthew got called in to work, so he'll be out late. And generally, because we're out here in the middle of Nowheresville, Hannah won't be off by herself in other parts of the house while I'm holed up in the office doing video. So she's in here with me, which means the fur babies are in here too, so we've got a party going on. So, yes, you're absolutely right, Soap Peddler. We should watch out because she's got a wrench. No, I did not say Bollywood. Wait. Dollywood with a D. Oh, goodness. So, back on track, maybe. So this, honeysuckle jelly I got done today. I'll finish up the video tonight after this and then probably get it posted tomorrow. So you'll be on the lookout for that. And they choose right now to wrestle around. So if you hear my finger snapping, it's me saying, quit. Make her say hi, we want to see your girl, it's been too long. Aww. She says no. She's not about it. in the event you catch a glimpse of her in the videos, it is in passing and she didn't know that it was happening. Now listen, Lori, I gotta tell you, it's not set up yet, and the recipe says it could take up to a week to set up completely. So I've got some in the refrigerator, hoping that it'll set up faster, and I'll be able to sample it this evening to make sure it's even any good. And if not, then I'll just have to say that I owe you something else, or I'll bring you something else actually, because I have something else already in the cabinet. So anyway, yeah, I know, a week. I don't think it will though, because like I said, I sampled the little driblets that landed on the counter and it was already gelled up, so I think that it's going to be just fine. I've seen in other recipes for jelly where they've said it could take up to a week to gel up. I've never had jelly take that long to gel up, so it'll be just fine. So anyway, we got the goats sheared. Matthew made a goat stand for me, shearing and grooming stand, so that I could do it that way. And we started out using electric shears, laying the goat down, because I'm terrified of the possibility of, and taking hide off with it, and that's like one of my biggest fears. So, so we had laid her down, and it took us an awful long time, and we ended up going to hand shears anyway, going old school, and that works a lot better for me. I'm a lot more comfortable with that, and it goes a lot faster. So we were able to stand her back up and just, across there, and it's not as fast as electric shears would be if you weren't terrified of them. But since I am, and I am so much more comfortable with the hand shears, so Matthew made a grooming stand for me so that I can walk them up onto the platform, and I can stand up and do it, and I don't have to lean over, and, back and knees and all that stuff. I am getting old. So, but we got them sheared, and now I have all this fiber that I need to do something with, but it's taking a backside because I have actually an order for Lori to do, and I've got a couple of other orders that I've still got to get finished, and so they're gonna have to take a back seat for a bit. But the girls are happy now because they're about, I don't know, 5 pounds lighter, and they're about 5 pounds lighter. And so, did I just lose my speaker? Can you guys hear me okay? Somebody let me know if you can still hear me. Yeah?
I can hear you.
Hey, Bandana, how's it going? Yes, okay, perfect. I hit the mute button on my computer itself, and then I thought, okay, all right. So anyway, the goats are happier. They're about, I don't know, 4 pounds lighter, and they look so skinny and funny because we got them in October, and so we let them go through the winter, obviously without shearing them. So this is the first time I've seen them without a whole bunch of hair, and man, is it funny to see. So, what do you do with all the fiber yarn when you process it? Actually, it depends. Some of it I use for projects of my own. Some of it I'll turn around and sell. We're actually in the process of getting our Etsy shop set up, and that's going to have a lot of my fiber prep stuff, and crocheted stuff, and handmade goods. And Matthew actually does some really, really incredible welding work with horseshoes and things like that. And so we're in the process of getting that stuff all set up, so that we can have a little shop. So that's what we're going to be doing with a lot of it. See you later, all sorts. Have a good night. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming by. Uh, yeah, exactly like the alpacas. It's funny, you get so used to seeing them with all this of hair, and so when you shear it all off, you're just kind of like, wow, you're about half the size you were 5 minutes ago. So yeah, but it's nice to get them done and taken care of, and before it got too hot. So that was something that I was really worried about. And Angora goats get sheared twice a year, so we'll shear them now, and then we'll shear them again about the 1st of November. So they've got a good month before the first frost comes in. So they'll be bushy enough by that time to be okay. So. Miss Bandana, I hope you're feeling good. I keep checking in on you to see how you've been with surgery and all that stuff, so hope you're doing okay. Yeah, I'll be doing a video. I've got to look at the footage for the shearing video because I was doing the shearing and the camera was just kind of standing up on the tripod, so really don't know how much how much of good footage there is there. So if I just get snippets of it, then I'll probably do a little bit of talking and then do some little snippets here and there or something like that. So, but anyway, I'll get something posted really soon. So I'm glad to hear that, Bandana. She says she's doing better than she expected. I hope you're getting plenty of rest too. So, no, I don't catch much during the summer months. Oh. So, anyway, we'll have the jelly video up soon, and then hopefully the footage from shearing the goats. And then I'm having to go back to the alpaca farm and the fiber mill and getting some more footage with that because we had been having some trouble with our GoPro camera, and we have it and another little just Sony mini camcorder thing. But the GoPro is the one that we used for quite a bit of our stuff because it has better quality video and all that stuff. And it had been acting up that day, and it was just causing some problems, and it turns out that it didn't save some of the footage from the fiber mill. So I'm gonna have to check on that, and then we'll go back and we'll do some more. And what I'm hoping actually is that we'll be able to take the fleece from the girls over there and follow it through the process, and so we can see it as it looked raw, and then what they do with it all. So that'll be really interesting if we can get it done that way. Have a good night, Four Hearts. Thank you so much for stopping by. We really appreciate it. So, the chicken feeder is doing good. Are you talking about our big blue trash can one? If you are, if you're talking to me anyway, the trash can chicken feeders, yes, they are doing really well. And actually, with this new wave of chickens that are coming in, we've been discussing what we're going to do as far as living arrangements go, because you know how I am about getting the chickens first and getting the arrangements later. These chickens are actually going to be staying in our chicken tractor for a little while. But what we're thinking we'll do is that eventually we're going to extend our regular chicken coop and run. We're going to add on to it. So this is like the outer fence to our coop. We're going to add on to it this way and put another coop, and then this new run will be the same size as the other. So they'll be side by side. So, oh shoot, this is Pratt night, guys. Anyway, so I do have a video on the trash can chicken feeder. It's called an automatic chicken feeder. You'll see it in the list of our videos. It's a blue bin. So anyway, yeah, you should definitely make one. They were super simple to do. They're really inexpensive. I mean, like, I don't know, 15, 20 bucks altogether for supplies. And it was really simple to make, and it holds two 50-pound bags of feed. So we take, you know, our scratch and grains and stuff, mix it all in together, and put oyster shell and grit and that sort of stuff in there with it. So we can literally put everything for the chickens in that one big bin, and it still leaves like this much room at the top. So, I mean, if you wanted to add other stuff, or if you made your own mixes of things, you have plenty of room to put at least two 50-pound bags of feed in there. So it actually works out really well. And with 32 chickens, those two 50-pound bags last about a week and a half to somewhere in there, week and a half, 2 weeks. So, you know, we're refilling this twice a month basically. So don't get West Coast oyster shell. Why's that? Oh, thank you so much for doing that, Lori. I appreciate you posting that. See, you're the perfect person to put on there. I love it. Thank you. So anyway, it's really simple, really easy, and it actually works really well. The only thing that you have to worry about at all, two things. One is when you're opening the lid up, like where we take some feed out of it to feed the little pullets who aren't in with the big chickens yet. We open the lid, we take a couple scoops out of the top, we close the lid, and we leave. If you get flies in there, you got to be careful about that. You know what I'm saying? Because they get trapped, and then you're going to end up opening it up and find a maggot or something. So, you know, you want to be careful about that. And the other thing is that usually the way that it's cut, it keeps rain from coming in. But we had one time where there was a really bad storm, and the rain came in kind of sideways even. And it got it wet right around the inside of where the feeder is. You were still able to get the feed out. Like, they could still reach in there and peck some of the feed out, but it would kind of cake up a little bit on the backside. So yeah, I know that they will eat them, but when they get into the top, it's the space between the lid and the top of the feed, so the chickens can't actually get to it. So they would be sitting inside the top of it. So there wouldn't be any way for them to get out, so it could cause a situation. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, we've had it for what? Since February or March? Something like that. And it's worked out really good. So, we'll be making another one for the secondary coop that we're getting started. So, and possibly making one for the ducks too. We haven't figured that out yet. I don't know if the ducks could even do it, but possibly. So anyway, I don't want to overlap the Pratt Family Homestead live stream too much. I should be off here by now, actually. Anyway, we've been on for almost an hour, so I'm going to go ahead and call it a night so that I can go over and see what they're up to, and hopefully you guys will too. So everybody head on over to Pratt Family Homestead, and we'll see you guys later. Thanks so much. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Thank you.